Welcome back to another book review video. Today I will be reviewing the book titled Never Never. And like we always do, let's start with the book cover. As you can see, I have the Slovenian version of this book. It's in Slovenian language, and there's nothing really to say about the cover. It's generic, so it's okay, it's meh. So let's just move on. So quick backstory before I tell you what this book is about. This book was actually a gift from my girlfriend. She chose this book for me. We went to the bookstore and I asked her, you know what, you pick a book for me to read for for a change. And yeah, she picked this one. I usually don't read romance books, and she said that this one is really good. It's special, it's not your typical romance. And I decided, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try, even though I don't read many romance books, especially modern romance books. And she was actually right. This book it's good. Like, I had a fun time reading it, so I like it. She chose very well, so maybe I will let her buy me another book in the future. Okay, so what is this book about? Well, there are two main protagonists, and each chapter we see like through the eyes of one of those two protagonists. It's written in first person. One of the protagonists is this girl named Charlie. I thought Charlie is a male name, but okay, let's move on. A girl named Charlie, and the second one is I'm not gonna even try to pronounce it because his name is really weird. I never saw a name like that. Let's just call him Mr. S, And basically the story goes like this. One day they just lose their memory, during the classroom, and this is where the book actually starts. They just memory resets, and they are looking around confused. Why are they in the classroom? They don't know who they are, they don't know their family, they don't know their names, how old they are, where they live. Like, they don't know their friends, they don't know anything, but they know some basic stuff, like how to use a phone, how to use Google Maps, how to drive a car. So it's kind of suspicious that they lost some memory but not all of the memory. And basically these two guys, these two main protagonists, the girl and the boy, they see each other at lunch, and they start to realize that the other person looks confused, so they must probably have something to do with this memory loss. And they get together in a bathroom, and then in the bathroom they realize they both lost their memories at the same time, and they decide, it's best that we help each other and try to solve this mystery, how we lost our memories. And yeah, they try to solve the mystery about the lost memory. From that point on, I won't tell you what happens because it will be spoilers, but it's an interesting book. Yeah, especially that little plot twists, like in the middle, where they realize something about their memories. I won't tell you what exactly, but it's kind of interesting. It's kind of an interesting spin on the memory loss. It's an interesting spin on the main protagonists losing memory. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Well, my brain is not really working today. And through the story we find out that their families are basically Now, I'm not gonna say that because that will be spoilers. We found out that they had some differences, quite big differences, and they are like questioning themselves. Why were we even together? Like, why were you and me boyfriend and girlfriend before we lost our memories? And this is not a spoiler because this is on the backside of the book. It's written like that. That they start to question, like, is it even okay if we, start dating again? And we also have quite a lot of interesting side characters. The location is quite good. I think it's I forgot. It's one of the cities in USA. I think it's Louisiana. I don't know. I'm not sure. The location is good. The side characters are good. The writing in general is good. Like, it's well paced. It's the chapters are interesting. Nowhere in this book have I felt, oh, this is boring. It's long. It's around almost 400 pages. So yeah, overall, it's a good book. But there is this one little kind of a plot hole in this book that I wanna talk about. So I will talk about spoilers about this book. So if you don't want to get spoiled, click on the timestamp below, so you will skip forward in time and avoid the spoilers. Okay, you still here? Okay, spoiler time. So during one part of the story, Charlie gets kidnapped when she loses her memory again, and what's it called? She gets kidnapped and she is basically held captive inside like a tiny prison cell in a cellar of a house, and it's never really explained why they captured her and kept her there in that, prison cell. Like, she never notifies the police that she's been held captive, against her will. When she escapes, she could go straight to the police, or at any other point in the story, after that, she could go straight to the police and told, oh, there's this crazy woman that held me captive for days in this tiny prison against my will. I was, a prisoner of hers and stuff like that, and they would probably arrest her, the woman. But no, like, when she gets out of that prison, when she gets free, we don't talk about that again. She doesn't get revenge. She doesn't notify the police or authorities, or I don't know, the military or something. It's just that plot is dropped. It's just, what? Like, you've been captured, you've been in that prison for like multiple days or at least multiple hours against your will. That woman is crazy, for putting you in there, and you just get out and nothing. Like, really? Not even call the police or something? Like, okay, I guess she just forgave her that quickly. I don't know, like, that's the only part that I had issue with. Just a tiny plot hole. I guess they kind of forgot about that one. But yeah, other than that, I think it's a good book. Okay, so how will I rate this book from 1 to 10? I need to say that my girlfriend, she picked a really quite nice book, Like I said, I usually don't read romance books, but this was surprisingly good, It's a nice story, the pacing is nice, it never felt boring, it's quite long. Well, depending on who you ask, 400 pages, and yeah, I think it's a good book. So, from 1 to 10, I will rate this book 8 out of 10. So this is 8 out of 10 for the book. Never, never. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe for more book reviews like this one. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.